Assalamu alaikum viewers, how are you? Hope you're fine. My name is Usman Ghani and you're watching Siasi English YouTube channel. Today we'll talk about many national international books, but today we will focus on international books, and our main international books will be as follows. And first news which we will discuss is about the Afghanistan crisis. Now the Afghan Taliban has replaced the previous Afghan government, and the vacuum which was left by the Ashraf Ghani government was effectively filled by the Afghan Taliban government, and now they are try their level best to manage the things, but the main prime thing which Afghanistan is facing is now that financial crisis, which and why financial crisis is being faced by the Afghan Taliban government is that the $9 billion US in US has been frozen by the US government. And why they have frozen? But they have said that US has said that they will unfreeze those assets, Afghan government assets, after the certain conditions are fulfilled, which are that certain. Some people say that the right to education and the right to you can say that job to females, and there are certain also many other conditions which has been imposed by the US government. So the world needs to be taken it seriously that if they did not help the Afghan government at this time, then God forbid there will be a mass humanitarian crisis can emerge in Afghanistan, which is the responsibility of the entire government to stop it as early as possible. And many other countries such as Pakistan, China, Russia, and Tajikistan and Iran and many other countries are trying their level best to stop that humanitarian crisis in Afghanistan and try their level best to provide them every possible help in shape of you can say that daily usage items such as wheat, rice, flour, and you can say that the oil and many other things which are used in the daily routine, and they are also providing them the warm clothes, blankets, shoes, school kits and medical kits and such as followers that. And the basic thing is that how the Afghan economy can revive, and how can the Afghan government can sustain on their own feet. So it is a very it needs a global cooperation, and I hope that the world donors who have pledged that they will provide, I think, $11 billion US to Afghan government to combat humanitarian crisis and financial crisis. That should be handed over as early as possible to the Afghan government. And the other aspect which we have to discuss is that the US government should also release $9 billion US Afghan government assets as early as possible to stop the biggest humanitarian crisis which is going to be emerged if it is not stopped right now. So, and I am very much disappointed that US have declined to unfreeze these Afghan government owned assets which are present in the US, and I am very surprised that why US government is doing so that, and what are their motives behind it, and what they want to achieve through this. So everybody knows that what are the motives behind it, what are the things. So I don't want to dig it more. So let's talk about our next second topic, and second topic is about that finally Modi government had decided to repeal the controversial agricultural laws which was passed by the which were passed in the last 1.5 years ago. So now the Modi government has realized that they should have to take it seriously, and they have decided to repeal all three controversial agricultural laws. So now but Indian farmers are still saying that we will stand there until we get assurance that it is passed from the parliament. And now the news has came from the Indian media that the Indian cabinet has now finally passed the bill to repeal all three controversial agricultural laws, and now it is a big victory for the Indian Sikh community that they have achieved a big victory, I have to say that, with unity, strength, and discipline, and without breaking any law. And they have faced so many hardships and they have faced so many challenges, but they remain determined and they stand victorious. So now after this thing that Modi government have stepped back and takes all take back all the three controversial agricultural laws. Now the people of Jammu and Kashmir are now waiting that Indian government will take back controversial Article 335A and 370 to restore the previous position of the Jammu and Kashmir. So let's see what will Modi government will do, and what will they what are they thinking about, what are running in their minds, and what are they thinking. So now finally I think, in my opinion, that Modi government is now decided that they have taken back the controversial agricultural laws, but in my opinion that they will not take back Article 35A and 370, and they will never restore the previous position of the Jammu and Kashmir. So the people of Jammu and Kashmir, the anger in the people of Jammu and Kashmir has been risen, and now they have think that if the Indian Sikh community can achieve their goal or target, then why they not? So they have now they have now decided that they will unanimously struggle for their just right and their right for self-determination and to restore the previous position of the Jammu and Kashmir. So let's see what happen in future. But in my opinion, that Indian government is planning something else, and they are planning something big. And in my opinion, the recent statement of the Indian cabinet, Indian defense minister and Indian interior minister is so much alarming that they are now threatening directly threatening the Pakistan. But I want to say that the jackal always howl in the jungle, but never dare to attack online. So if jackal know that they did not have the power and strength to fight with lion. So I hope that Indian government must understand that what I am saying, and also Indians should remember that what happened with them in 27 February. On 27 February, they should keep the same result in their minds, that whatever they are thinking, think twice, thrice, but always keep in mind the result of 27 February. So that's all from my side. Pakistan Zindabad and Dafis.